So wheels versus doors. Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Chicken? Earth the
Yes.
chicken.
Yes. What up?
My eyes are up here, buddy.
I was looking over here. I wasn't even looking down.
No, I know. My
What up,
eyes are over
homie?
here. I didn't say
Dude,
up
my
here.
eyes been like twitching out.
Yeah?
It used to do this like a
Do you get any
lot. Like
subscribers? Are you affiliate yet?
it's my it's like my eyelid like twitches out every once in a while. Ah!
Did you get affiliate yet?
Affiliate on what?
Your eyes twitching.
My eyes twitching.
Yes,
That's a terrible joke.
So wheels
That
versus
was like
doors.
the worst joke ever. Ever.
So wheels versus doors.
Whenever you bring up wheels versus doors, I'm just going to ignore you.
I think I want to take back my statement that I think I'm more wheels now for everyone
Stop.
listening. I
Oh my
I would like
gosh.
to publicly apologize for ever thinking that there was doors.
More doors.
Yeah. When I started realizing that drawers have wheels and that
You do actually.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you realize. Yeah, but like if you're gonna take that, like if you're gonna take that notion, then I would consider cabinets
Oh, I
doors as
consider
well.
cabinets doors.
Like your fridge doors. You got your
Yeah.
cabinet doors. You got your
The one I'm not sure I can get behind is windows. People are calling windows sliding glass doors.
I mean, do you count your closet a door?
Yeah.
Do you have an actual like latching door closet?
I have both.
Well, I meant like okay, like a
I have a
coat
sliding.
closet.
I have a sliding door, and yes, it is a door, but it's got two wheels on it. On each door, it's got two wheels for it
Like
to
on
go
the
on that
top?
track. Yeah.
Yeah, on the top.
So,
Mine don't have wheels; they just have balls.
stop it.
No, it's just like a thing that just like
Like a
rolls on
bearing.
the track. Yeah, like a bearing.
Don't bearings have wheels in them? Kind of.
No, bearings have balls. Ball bearings.
True. I saw someone where they were saying that ball bearings were wheels.
No, ball bearings are balls.
That's true. That's a good point.
If you're gonna say balls or wheels, then we're gonna have a real problem.
The Earth is just one big wheel.
The Earth is
It
just a
spins
wheel.
on an axis.
And it's a
The other one I
ball.
couldn't get behind is people were calling door hinges wheels. I can't get behind that.
That's not a wheel.
No.
It has to go in a 360 motion.
On
I
an
guess a door.
axis.
No, a door hinge can't go in a full 360 motion.
And I guess balls aren't wheels because it has to spin on an axis.
Yeah.
But I'm like
It's-
a
I
constant
think-
axis.
Balls and wheels are like one of those things of like a wheel is a ball, but a ball isn't a wheel. Maybe
Yeah, maybe. But
like all thumbs are fingers, but not all
fingers or thumbs.
fingers are thumbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the right saying?
I was sitting in Bible club at a school, and I was in a cafeteria, and every table in this cafeteria had four wheels on it, and that's when I was like, "Ooh!" And Hot Wheels got me.
That's dumb though.
You know how many Hot Wheels are made a year? A lot. But you want to hear an interesting fact?
Sure.
There are more planes in the ocean than submarines in the sky.
That's so dumb. That's like a terrible fact. That just reminds me that people crash planes in the ocean and die. Well, I guess they don't die. I mean,
They can.
they can.
My great uncle crashed a plane in the ocean.
Really?
Yeah, during World War II. I mean, he survived. But
Interesting. I didn't know.
Fun
Oh,
fact.
wait. You said your great uncle. I was like, wait a second. was like thinking back to like how old your parents are. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't add up.
No, great uncle.
Great.
But
Oh yeah. What was your week like? What'd you do this week?
well, we had a fun event at church Friday night, so I was planning for that Bible club. Just a normal week. What about you? Your clothes dry?
Is that whoa? Is that all you? Is that all you're gonna say about this week? You don't have anything else going on?
What else did I have going on this week?
I don't know. I'm just.
I didn't have a very eventful week. It was cold.
Oh, okay. No. I mean,
Okay. It's college basketball championship week, so I've been watching a lot of college basketball.
There you go.
Why in the world are we doing this podcast during Huntington? My college is playing right now.
Listen, I think
forgot
this is
about
your
it.
idea.
Huh?
This is definitely a you idea. No, I mean this won't take that long. We'll be fine.
Well, it started at 6, so it's probably the end of the game.
Oh,
If I'm looking that way, I'm checking the score of the Huntington game.
Oh yeah, no problem.
You might get a little bit of the audio before I can pause it. My bad. Or not pause it, but mute it. Yeah. Oh, we're losing a live reaction. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. Are your clothes are your clothes dry?
They're drying right now. Yeah.
Oh, are they actually?
Yeah, I hooked
in your
back
brand new
up.
dryer.
No, I hooked up the old. I hooked up the old dryer. We were supposed to get a new dryer today. It just didn't come
Yeah.
because of the stupid weather.
Is that
Why
why?
is it-
Did they tell you that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, 100%. That was why. Oh my gosh, there's like if it wasn't for the weather, then I would just be. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pretty ticked off.
Is it coming like tomorrow?
No, it's not coming till like Thursday.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
I know it's.
I could see it not coming tomorrow because it's Sunday, but come Monday.
Yeah, it's because like I understand like they already like. It's easier.
It's probably easier to push you back than to push the people who to give you it's probably easier to give you an appointment that they had already for Thursday, open, instead of pushing all of their appointments back.
It's the bridge. It's the bridge method. Yes.
But
the good old bridge method.
Yep. So
you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say the bridge method, do you?
Bridges. You bridge over.
No.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah, it's a lot easier
doors.
to push.
I understand.
No, it's a lot easier to push back one person.
I understand what you mean by. I literally just described the bridge. I just never heard it called the bridge method.
No, it's the bridge method is a similar thing. The bridge method is when you have a single lane bridge and you have 3 people on each side. It's easier to let all 3 people on one side go than let all 3 people on the other side go, than let one person go each after another. Even though that second person would be ticked. Okay, so this happened to me yesterday, and I totally thought this. I made up this bridge method. It might not even be a real thing. I just made it up 2 seconds ago. But I was coming home Friday, and there's a lot of single lane bridges in the back roads area in this this old town I live in. No, in this area.
What's your address? Phone number. Social security number. Date of birth. Mom's maiden name.
Stop. Okay.
What's your first pet's name? Dog. Cat.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Hold on.
No, don't talk about that.
No. Stop. We'll talk about that in a second. But so we pull up to this bridge, and there's a car in front of me. It goes, and then there's 3 cars on the other side, and I was like, I don't want to tick these people off, so I'm just gonna let one go. And then all 3 come over, and the person behind me was ticked. They flicked off every car, and I was like, whoa, you are a lot madder about this than I am. And then I, just went about my day. But I was like, dang, this person behind me is really ticked. Anyways, so security questions. What is this is weird. What is your go-to security question when they come up? You don't have to give your answer, of course. But
I
like, what
haven't
is your
had them
go-to?
too often. I've not really got them that much. No.
Okay.
I think I would do like the teacher, like what your like third grade teacher's name was or something.
Or like what? Yeah, like what your favorite teacher? I never do that one because I don't really have like a favorite teacher.
Yeah, or like what my first like what my first dog's name was,
Yeah.
which I've only ever had one dog.
I try to do
Do
like
you get those questions a lot?
like not like typically, but like, I have like online banking apps, like
Oh,
always
okay.
have them. Like, like anything to do, typically anything that has to do with like protecting your money has them.
Yeah.
And like I always like I never know what to put like
I need to
like,
set up. I just got a new bank, so I need to set up my
yeah,
online.
you need to set up your online banking,
But
my
I
guy.
have like no money in it because my direct deposit hasn't been switched over to it yet.
No, I feel you.
But
But
and my mom set up my last online banking.
yeah. So
But
you don't even know what those questions are.
no.
I always choose one that, well, this one's not going to matter because, well, one, no one has my email address and no one
I
actually
do.
knows. Yeah, but you don't. But like the thing is, like, that doesn't matter because like most of the time they still send like a thing. Anyways, I typically choose like what is the nickname of like your oldest sibling or something. And the thing is, my oldest sibling, my brother, doesn't have a nickname, so I always just put I put the same word every time. So it's one that no one would be able to guess. It's literally an answer that
I was
only
gonna say I don't know your brother's nickname. Well, I know one that I've come up with. Like I've come up with a few nicknames for him.
My brother doesn't have a nickname, so I put the same generic thing every time. And usually that's a question like, what's like your sibling's nickname or like something like dumb like, or like, what's the name of your oldest sibling? Like something like that. I choose that one every time and put like something like, it's not like banana or like ching chong chi. Like it's something like, sorry, I didn't know what to say.
Cancelled.
It's like, it's something related to my brother. Anyways, yes. What were we gonna talk about?
I don't know how Huntington brought it back to a 2-point game.
Oh my gosh.
I'm doxing myself.
Basketball.
Not
Not
really. I've
really.
mentioned where I went to college before. You've mentioned where you went to college before.
Yeah, it was a lot worse me mentioning it than it was you mentioning it. Because you don't even live in the same state that you went to college.
Nope.
You live how far? Never mind. You don't have to answer that.
I am exactly halfway between where we grew up and where I went to college.
Oh, dang. That's kind of weird.
And if you know how long it took me, if you know how far away I am from where we grew up and how far away I went to college, you could figure that math out.
There's something that happened this week that I feel like I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always something.
Was it Wheels versus Doors?
No, it wasn't Wheels versus.
Yo, so I'd only seen that once before I brought it up on the podcast. I had seen it and I was like, that'd be a good question to bring up on the podcast. And then literally Tuesday, my whole For You page became Wheels versus Doors. And I was like, whoa.
Wheels versus Doors. Oh, I wanted to talk about, dude. I think honestly, I really think you need to like download Netflix just so that you can watch Love Is Blind.
But I don't want to pay for Netflix.
Okay, I don't blame you on that one. But like,
I'd want to see The Circle.
oh yeah, dude. Just the next time, like, I know you have that thing in your mind where you're like, next time there's like a bunch of shows on Netflix that I want to watch, I'm just gonna like make a free account, right?
Or I'll pay for it for a month.
Yeah, or pay for it for like a month, and then I'll just watch everything, and
Yeah. I have a
Yeah,
gift
that'll
card
be.
too to Netflix.
Oh, you
But
do?
yeah, so this is how it's three. I don't know how much is on it. It's for 3 months, but
3 months.
it was given to my dad as an a pastor's appreciation gift when I was in like high school.
Oh,
So it's at least 6, 7 years old.
so like you're afraid that it like doesn't even work anymore,
I
or
haven't tried it. I mean, I guarantee it's not 3 months.
you don't think?
It might be like a month, like because they probably paid like what, $15 for it. You think for three
I would,
months?
I would think that Netflix would honor it no matter what.
Well, I'm gonna try. I just keep not getting around to trying it.
Oh yeah,
But
and like if there's nothing on that you want to watch at the moment, I wouldn't waste it.
yeah, when I got rid of it, I got rid of it in December, and I got rid of it because there was nothing I was watching on it.
Yeah, there's
Um,
not like anything crazy right
and I know
now.
when I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it again when Outer Banks season 3 comes out
Outer Banks. Never seen it.
because I like that show.
Yeah, I've legit never watched it.
But it's a
Yeah,
good
that's
show.
kind of cool though.
Um,
Anyways, I wanted to talk about this for a second because there's literally a point in at the Love Is Blind reunion where the host literally just started like laying into this person, like
really?
one of the people on the shows, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is mad uncomfortable. And I was like, this is like terrible. So like if you don't know the premise of the show, basically it's like, hey, we're gonna try to prove that love is blind by making a emotional like mental connection before you make like a physical connection, right? Kind of sums it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, when he got into like the pods, like the dating, he just asked like every single chick, like, hey, how much you weigh? Like, hey, would you
What do you look like?
pretty dude, like pretty much like this is legit what the guy was doing. Like, oh, could I put you on my shoulders? Like he was just asking people like all these questions. And basically like they roasted him in the end and was like, you're an idiot, like you pretty much only came on here to get laid and like all this other stuff. And I was like, this is terrible. Like I'm like, Netflix, you need to cancel this show. Like
I thought you really liked that show.
I did, but after this last season, I didn't. And like the thing that really put me over the edge is the fact that they're starting a new series called Ultimatum, where basically it's like 6 or 7 couples that are all like on the brinks of like either getting engaged or calling it quits. And basically they split them up with the other couples for 3 weeks, and then at the end they decide if they want to get married or if they want to leave. And I was like, this show sounds dumb. This is literally the stupidest show I've ever heard of.
Oh, I
uh,
know something I wanted to talk about. I realized this while editing a clip from last week's podcast for TikTok. Yo, you weren't wearing a hoodie last week.
oh, I did want to talk about that. Last week was the only podcast that I haven't worn a hoodie
And
in.
we
Yeah.
didn't talk about it. I just realized I didn't even
Yeah.
realize it until I was editing it, and I want to like move it around. Like I was like cropping it to like move it around for like our frames around for TikTok, and I was like, wait, he's not wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that too. Interesting.
Why not? Well, I guess it was a little bit warmer last weekend.
It was warmer last week.
So do you not wear hoodies in the summer? Like in
It
your house?
depends. Like so last week I think we were doing some work around the house
Mm,
and I was just like hot and I was like, yeah,
yeah,
I'm
you
taking
are.
this off. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Are we at question time?
Oh yeah. I think last I checked we were at 17 minutes. I can check right now.
We at question time.
You go first 'cause I still don't have one, I don't think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we're at 19 minutes, so we could do a question.
Oh yeah, we definitely can start now. What did we ask last week? So
last week I asked, what did I ask last week?
Oh, the event thing. If you could go to one event, what would it be?
Uh-huh.
And I asked if you got $1 million,
Yeah,
what
would you
would be
do?
the first thing you buy for yourself?
Yeah. I came up with one, then I realized we talked about it already.
Oh, really?
I came up
Which one?
with if you could go anywhere in the country, because it's like one of the questions,
Oh,
like
yeah.
icebreaking country, or not anywhere in the world for free. Where would you go? That was an icebreaker question I always used at camp.
Yeah.
But we talked about that with the 30 by 30
Mm-hmm.
podcast. So what's your question this week?
Wait, what questions have I asked?
You asked that one, the $1 million one.
And then the time before.
Was what you would do, what policy you would put in place as president.
That was the first questions we did. And I also asked what would you do if you weren't in your current job?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I want to pull out the heavy hitters right now. What are you thinking? You ready for a heavy hitter? Okay.
Yeah. I need time to think of one.
Okay. If you could go back and change one event in your life,
Ooh.
what event would that be and why would you change it?
I mean, that's pretty easy.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
So for me, it actually is not something that you would probably think of. Because I thought about this question a lot, and I could think about like going back and being like, oh, don't date that girl because you're just gonna end up wasting your time with her, or like, don't hang out with those friends because they're nobodies. They get into the wrong thing. Oh, not you. Like, yeah, Jimmy.
I thought I was your only friend.
Jimmy secretly did drugs. No. Jimmy's like, whoa.
How'd you find out about that?
How did you know? No, Jimmy was the worst influence on me. No, if anything, it's the opposite. If anything, it's one.
I was probably one of out of your friends growing up. I was probably the best influence on you.
Hey, I don't know. You did tell your brother you were gonna kill him. Shut up, Dave. Before I kill you.
But I would argue that I got that from you with the other clips.
Probably. I probably did say that at some point. Shut up, David. No, I probably 100% said that. Oh, no, 100%. You probably did take that from me. 100%. So... mine is actually I would change my wedding, and I would not change
Have Jimmy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Jimmy in it because he was the worst part of it. No, I would actually invite a little more people. There's a lot of people that we decided that we were going to get married, and 6 months later we did. Like, we didn't plan, we did not take forever to plan our wedding. And there's just a lot of people that I would have liked to invite and would have liked to been there. But when you're just planning a wedding and like, oh my gosh, dude, it's like, if I could give one piece of advice, I would, and this is for Jimmy and anybody that's not married, anybody that maybe that was married and is gonna get remarried. I don't know. If you could do anything, take the invitations, write down everyone that you want to come, and hand them to someone else, because that is one of the hardest parts. Because if you don't hear from people, then it's hard, because if you send it out, like, say you don't get anything back, then like you have to hunt that person down and say, hey, are you coming or are you not? Maybe it got lost in the mail. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But and sometimes you just don't have that time. Like I just didn't have that time to like reach out to everyone and say, "Hey, are you coming? Or are you not coming?
Yeah.
What's the deal here?" So that's really one thing I would change. I would invite more people to my wedding just because we had a smaller wedding. 100 people. I didn't need anybody else.
The
It,
only
it's not.
person, the only
You know,
person who really mattered was there.
yes, Jimmy.
I was
Jimmy.
trying to make it that you were saying yes, my wife, but I was gonna be like, no, me.
Jimmy. And it's between me and my wife and God. I mean, that's what a marriage is. So, it doesn't matter if who else was there, but I'm telling you, man, I think there was people there that I would have liked to be there. Just
There were people that weren't there that you would have liked to be there. Is that what you mean to say?
yeah, and it's not that it's probably it's some of it isn't like a they couldn't be there or like something like that. It was more like a hey, like I either didn't invite them, maybe they just were busy, they had stuff going on, like
Yeah.
they couldn't make it, like they were out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's probably one of my biggest things that I would go back and change. Because I don't want to go back and change like some of the stuff, like the bigger stuff, like I don't want to go back and change that. Like that made
Yeah.
me who I am today.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I wouldn't have, done those stupid things or, did you know, did the stupid things I did do, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Yeah.
But that is one thing that yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't
No,
mean to
go
interrupt.
ahead.
Yeah. That's one thing that I feel like that's one thing that I could change that I feel like would only be more positive to who I am today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I I understand that, and mine is going to be a bigger thing. You could
Yeah,
probably
no.
guess it. And I'll give you a second to guess it in a little bit if you want to try. But uh, but then I was thinking, I was like, well, if I could change that, then I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could weigh either way, which would be better. I mean, God definitely had a plan and used my mistakes for good and put me here. Huntington just lost. There's a little bit of a hint for you if you're
I
trying to
I was gonna
guess.
guess that's what it was.
Um, but mine would be studying harder in school, working harder in college. If you don't know, I only went to college for 2 years because my grades were not great. Um, and I've literally often I'll like see stuff at college and like, man, I really missed that. Like I feel like I kind of like missed out on like a chapter of my life because I only went to college for like 2 years. And now I'm too old to have like that college experience. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna go back and finish, but
Yeah.
and it makes it harder. But like I wouldn't have, I'd have still been in college when I got this job out here.
Mhm.
So, and I wouldn't have had some of the experience if that didn't happen. I wouldn't have been around my grandpa when he was sick.
That's
Being able to
true.
spend time
Yeah,
with him while he was sick.
that is
Um,
true.
and I'd have had to like come home a lot during like my brother had to come home a lot while my grandpa was sick,
Yeah.
like for the funeral and stuff. And I went to school like I went to school 8 hours away
Even
from home.
further, yeah.
Yeah. Well, 10 hours away from my grandparents.
Yeah, it would have been like a whole day trip, honestly.
Yeah. So, and I would take the
That's a good
train,
point.
which to get off where I got off was a 12 hour, 13 hour train ride,
Oh, jeez.
and I would get off in West Virginia.
West Virginia.
But to get off closer to like going towards my grandparents, I'd have had to have a layover at like 3 a.m. in Pittsburgh.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Nah, dude, that makes
but
sense.
yeah. So
Follow.
I would probably say just working harder and studying, harder and have making my grades more of a priority in college and in
Follow
high
up
school.
question.
Because
Yeah, that's true.
when I talk to my parents about it, I really feel like my high school habits set me up for failure in college because I didn't work hard in high school.
That's true.
Um,
That's a good point.
I floated by in high school. I did enough to to get by. Like I would turn one of my classes, it was one of my favorite classes. I would always turn my work in like a week and a half late. I
Yeah.
was just well, I would literally or they checked for grades for sports on Wednesday. On Wednesday morning I would turn in or Tuesday right before I would go home I would turn in a bunch of early work and extra credit to boost my grade, and then Thursday I would turn in all my late work and my I would not do the work that was due or late. I would do work that I had in the future that would bump my grade up higher, and then on Thursday
Jimmy.
I would turn in all of my late work and my grades would drop on Thursday.
Dang, Jimmy, you thinking hard about this, man.
Instead, I could have just done all my work on time, and my grades would have been fine. But the only time I was ever off for grades of sports is they forgot to check on Wednesday and they checked Thursday afternoon, and my grades had dropped.
Ugh.
But and I mean, you only needed a 70 to play.
Oh wow, that's actually really low.
Yeah. And I wasn't having a 70.
Oh dang, Jimmy.
But and then in in baseball
Dang.
season my grades would drop because I didn't have sports.
Yeah, didn't have anything to.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now here's the real question, the
Uh-huh.
follow-up question. Would you have rather taken, like, looking back on it, do you think being more serious in college, or would you have rather taken maybe a year or two off just to kind of get a job, work a little bit, gain some money, gain that responsibility, get that work ethic, and then I know what I'm fighting for. I don't want to flip burgers at McDonald's anymore.
After high school?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was ready for I really just wanted to go to college, you know.
You just wanted. No, I feel that. Yeah.
And I really enjoyed college and I did really well in college in the social aspect.
Yeah.
I was
That's fair.
everybody knew me and I liked that, and so one of the reasons everybody knew me is I was out doing stuff instead of doing my work.
Jimmy. Jim.
Anytime someone asked to hang out, I would say yeah, no matter right class or not.
Jimmy. Okay, kids. This is a story of what not to do when you get to college.
Yeah, I was bad.
Dang, Jim.
There were 8 a.m.s that people didn't even realize I was in that class because I never showed up.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't like getting to 8 a.m.s either.
Well,
the last 8 a.m.
The one that I'm thinking of, Fridays I couldn't make it. Or no, that one wasn't even an 8 a.m. That was a 3 p.m. But on Fridays I couldn't make it because of basketball. I had basketball overlapping it. So I talked to the professor, and on Fridays he allowed me to attend his 8 a.m. of the same class. And I think I only went to that once. But that was the same class that on the first day of the semester, my first day of college ever, he had us take like a test, like an example test, and he said if you got more than a 7 out of 10 on this, you need to drop my class because you're too smart for this class, and you should go to a higher up class. Well, I got like a 9 out of 10 on it, or I might have gotten a 10 out of 10 on it. Like all the questions were mad easy, and so because it was a Bible class, and it was like a Bible class for people who've not really read the Bible, and so I talked to some of my advisors, and they're like, "No, you should probably stay in that class because that's gonna be an easier class for you." And I took that as, "Oh, sick! I don't gotta show up." Dude. I did well on all my tests.
I had a couple classes like that where it was basically like you either like, and the one in particular was like a literature class where it was basically like you either read the books outside of class and you didn't come to class, or you didn't read the books outside of class and you came to class because that's all he talked about was in class was what we were supposed to read.
But
so
what I
didn't
didn't
read the
realize
books.
was participation was a huge part.
Oh,
And that on like
yeah.
Wednesdays he did like this book club that I missed out on because I didn't go.
Ah, Jimmy.
But
Okay, kids. Well, this is what not to do.
oh yeah, I'm talking about what I would change,
Yeah. What not to do, kids.
But
Okay. Ready for your question if you have it.
oh.
If you're like, oh wait, no, I'm
Did I just talk about how I'm terrible at school?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what was that one? I had one. Oh, do you think fish get thirsty? What do you think? Do they get thirsty?
You're kidding, right? Is this it? Is this the question? Oh my gosh.
Guys, don't tell Chicken, but I think I'm gonna come with a joke question every week.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea, to be honest. I'm gonna say no.
Well, if they did, they could just go.
That's true. Oh my god.
But all other animals get thirsty. Am I right?
Yeah, I
Like
think
deer
so.
go to drink,
Yeah, that's true.
they all go drinking holes. So why don't fish get thirsty? Maybe they don't get thirsty because they're always drinking.
Okay, well, I hope we're at time because I don't know if I have anything else to contribute to this.
Oh, so you don't want me to try to come up with a serious question?
If you want to, like, I don't know what.
We're at 37 minutes.
Oh, we can. Well, my gosh, that can be your question this week. Oh my gosh. That was a pretty good question.
It was a good question?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
How many holes are in a straw?
How many holes are in a straw? Well, as many as you think, baby.
But, yeah. So I guess we'll end there.
Enjoy your week, kids. And if I don't have
Stay
a dryer
in school,
by next,
study.
yes,
Don't do drugs.
if I don't
Invite
have a
people to
dryer
your
by
wedding.
next week, I'm gonna be ticked.
What'd you say?
I said if I don't have a dryer by next podcast, I'm gonna be ticked, and you're gonna hear about it. Okay, bye.
Bye.